Okay, so hi, this is Jordan for ScienceFiction.com. We're live at New York Comic Con 2018 with Zach Oat from Diamond Select Toys. Zach, what's the coolest thing you guys brought to the show this year? I'm opening with the big questions.
The coolest thing we brought to the show? Oh, jeez. It's probably our $1,500 massive Hulkbuster Mark II statue from Infinity. It's probably the priciest figural thing we've done. I won't say it's the priciest thing we've ever done, because we also made a Star Trek Enterprise captain's chair, and we had to ship the people in crates. This one's not quite that big, but it's still definitely expensive. It's like 2 feet tall, probably like 2 feet wide. It's very big, and it's $1,500. It's a lot more than our normal statues, which usually top out at around $250, $300. So that's probably the coolest thing. Everybody wants to get the picture taken with that one.
That makes sense.
But I personally like the little stuff, so I'm also very excited that we brought mini-mates. We're very close to getting Series 76, which is the maximum carnage wave, where you can build a Shriek, and so I get to take the production samples home with me when I leave today.
That's awesome.
So I'm very excited about that. Just being able to fool around with anything that's actually plastic and not really delicate resin is always fun for me.
Those are really exciting. Those come out this month.
Yes, they come out October 17th.
And
2 weeks.
Can you give us any hints of what the next wave following 76 might be?
Sure, yeah, I can do that. Tentatively, right now, Series 77 is very villain heavy.
Very villain heavy. So is it
villain heavy.
Okay.
Villain heavy, and it's villains. A lot of villains we haven't gotten before, or at least haven't gotten in a very long time. So it should be very fun. It's a corner of the universe we've explored a bunch, but it's still, I think people will be very welcome. I hope so.
Okay, so while we're on the topic of Marvel, you guys have some new Marvel statues you're showing off this weekend too?
Yes, our premiere collection, about $150 price point. We've got a new Netflix Daredevil, where it's him coming down the stairs looking all battered and beaten from the Series 2 stairwell fight. We've got a new Ghost Rider, where he's like leaping off of his flaming, exploding motorcycle, and it's just a really amazing piece. And we've got Kitty Pryde. It's our first Kitty Pryde we've done in a really long time. Any kind of Kitty Pryde. It's her with Lockheed phasing through like a wall, and it's a really nice piece.
I'm just excited to see Lockheed get some love.
Yeah, Lockheed, everybody loves Lockheed. We've got some new Marvel galleries too, the $45 ones. We've got a nice Punisher, which I think reminds me a little bit of a John Romita. Some people are saying of Frank Miller. He's very kind of blocky and chiseled. He's a really cool looking piece. It's one of a lot of our pieces are very much artist-based in that the artist is a sculptor and he's interpreting the character. This one reminds me of certain specific artists like Romita or Frank Miller.
Oh, yeah, it looks like he's built like a brick wall.
He's built like a brick wall, yeah. It's definitely a cool piece. I always liked how John Romita drew his big guys, like kind of like slabs of meat. And we've got a new Black Panther Unmasked. And there's another gallery place that I was thinking about. But anyway, there's a lot of Marvel galleries over there. And it's a very popular line for us. We're going to keep doing it. People love that $45 statue price point.
It's a healthy price point, and they're less fragile, so they're less likely to get knocked over or broken. So it's easy to sort of take them home and not have to worry about it.
Absolutely, yeah. I drop my statues all the time, but these are the first ones that don't shatter. So I personally enjoy it because I'm clumsy as heck. And of course, we're going to do more for DC. DC is really expanding real fast. We've shown comic stuff, we've shown movie stuff for Justice League and Aquaman. We're going to do video game stuff for Injustice, we're going to do Batman and Harley Quinn. We're going to do some classic movie stuff. We've shown Batman and Bane and Joker, but we got a Catwoman out there that's shown for the first time. That one came out great. I thought nothing would beat honestly, each one of them is fantastic. It's hard for me to pick a favorite out of that line. The Bane, Bane, some people aren't really fans of that version of Bane, but Bane standing on a camouflage car with like
just something about it.
Fuzzy coat. He's just awesome. He's very imposing and intimidating. But Heath Ledger Joker, you got Christian Bale Batman, and you got Catwoman. I wasn't sure, it was like, how could Catwoman be as good as this? But it's a really nice piece of Catwoman.
I was excited to see you guys go back to the Nolan movies now that you have this license and sort of bring them forward, because I know a lot of people are sort of like moved on to Affleck and whatever's going on with that anyway.
Yeah, well, we hit the Justice League movie pretty hard with gallery, and we did Mini-Mates. We didn't do any resin for that, but we're going to do more for the Dark Knight trilogy stuff too. I think we're going to do Mini-Mates for that. So I'm excited to see those too. But also we're going to go back and do even more classic. We're going to go back even farther and do more classic DC movies. So I probably shouldn't talk too much about those, but if you think of other classic DC movies that like see more merchandise based on. We're gonna do some of that.
That's awesome. That's good to know. And you guys are doing more DC Comics based stuff. I know I saw him at Toy Fair already, but I saw you guys have the Tim Drake over there.
Yeah, Tim Drake Robin. It's a very the sculpt on that is like amazing. And it's very ambitious.
Yeah.
He's like curling, like leaping over a smokestack, curling around the smoke. It's like I've never seen anything like it in just a toy sculpt before, and it's or a collectible sculpt. So I'm very excited to actually be able to have one of myself and just look at it from every single angle, because right now it's just me figuring out how to glue it together and put it in a display case. But we got a classic Wonder Woman comic version that's coming out. We've got the Dark Knight Returns with Carrie Kelly, Robin. We've got a bunch of GameStop exclusives that are coming out, Flash and Green Lantern, and a lot of really nice pieces. The Supergirl's going to be coming out real soon, the one that's in the display case. That's one of my favorite pieces we've done. Supergirl busting out of the chains in her Belly Baron shirt. She's going to be coming out pretty soon. That's a production sample.
Oh, cool. What else do we have that we can go on to?
We've got this new line of Legends in 3 Dimensions busts.
Okay.
We've got we do a big series of Marvel. They're about 10 inches tall. They're about half scale. But then we also are doing other characters from pop culture. Rorschach from The Watchmen, Robbie the Robot, Anil from Muppets, Jack Sparrow from Pirates, Cthulhu, of course, again, anything like Cthulhu. Jack Skellington, not here, but we're going to be showing him a little later on, I think. And Gypsy Danger from the first Pacific Rim.
Is there a lot of hope for more Pacific Rim from the first movie?
I don't know if we're going to see anything else from the first movie. Fingers crossed more stuff from the second movie, but I think we're kind of wrapping it up. Series 3 is going to be shipping pretty soon. Those are production samples of the Series 3 robots. And Syria and the Jaeger. And I'm sorry, they're not robots. And then I don't know if we're going to be more kaiju, but the Hakuja is going to be coming out, I think, within the month. And that's just a really great piece of plastic. And he's got a lot more articulation points than I thought he was going to have. Pretty much everywhere we could put in a pivot joint, he did. And he's got the hinged jaw with like a separated tongue. It's a very cool piece. It's very cool final. It feels great just in your hand. So I don't know. Is that weird? Is that a weird thing to say?
No, it's like a pretty nice piece of plastic, like you said. It's a big kaiju. It's huge.
I don't want to call it a hump because it does actually do stuff. It's not just like a big block or just paperweight, but it actually has some articulation to it. So hopefully people can have fun with it and play with it a little bit.
And then the smaller scale, you've got the minis coming out, the chibis, right?
Yes. The chibis, we're calling them deforms because they're like super deformed style, like the old Gundams. They used to do the Super Ds. And we're going to do that for a lot more lines too. We're going to do that for Nightmare Before Christmas. And we're going to do that for another license we actually haven't announced. We're going to announce it on Saturday. It's a license that we've worked with in the past, kind of, but we're bringing it back. And we're going to do some deforms for it, some mini-mates and galleries and everything. Resin even. It's going to be pretty awesome. And action figures. We're doing everything for it, basically. Cool. Everything that we can for this new license, so hopefully people dig it. We announced Castlevania, too.
Yes, oh my god, we saw a Castlevania announcement on a day or so ago.
Yeah, a couple days ago we announced that, and it's going to be everything. We're the master toy licensee for that, so everything we can do for that, we're going to do for it. People are asking, action figures? Yes. Mini-mates, galleries. I don't know about resin. I assume we'll do some resin, but and I think we'll definitely do some mini-mates.
That's awesome. And dialing real quick back to the Pacific Rim, I know the other question a lot of people have been asking, since they're sort of the perfect scale for it, is there any chance of Pacific Rim mini-mates coming soon?
I think that we had trouble wrapping our hands around Pacific Rim mini-mates, like what scale to do them. Would you do the people? Would you do the robots? Would you do both? Would you make them all the same size? I would love to have made some people-sized mini-mates, mini-mate-sized people, and put them inside mini-mate-sized robots, but not Jaegers. I think that ship has probably sailed for mini-mates from Pacific Rim. I think we're going to finish out the figure lines we're working on and then move on to other things. We do have a lot of stuff in the pipeline that people are once we announce it, people are very excited about. We're going to make one announcement on Saturday, but there's still another half a dozen licenses we haven't told anybody about that are going to be, you may find out more about them in February here.
Oh yeah.
But no, Pacific Rim, and one of them might be something that Pacific Rim fans might be particularly interested in, so hopefully we'll be able to talk more about that later on down the road. John Wick is another recent license we signed. We're going to do more with John Wick. People ask about John Wick mini-mates. We're definitely going to do John Wick mini-mates. We got the mini-mates, the action figure, the galleries, but there will be mini-mates. Oh, there will be mini-mates. There better be. I'll be angry if we don't get them. But I think we've got some design. We definitely got some design. I don't know if we're at the prototyping stage yet, but I've seen them on the mini-mate schedule. So I think that should be happening sooner rather than later.
You guys are like all in on John Wick.
Well, yeah, you know, I mean, it's awesome, and the third movie is coming, and that TV series, The Continental, is coming. So, you know, it's a license that's got some legs, and you know, there's not a lot of people doing stuff. I think, you know, there's a couple other companies that have figures out there, but we're in a position to do a lot of different types of products for a lot of different types of John Wick fans. So, you know, you may not be into action figures, but a nice statue for your desk, sure. You know, the mini-mates are just fun, and mini-mates, you know how awesome mini-mates are. So.
I might be one of the biggest mini-mates fans out there. So
you might be. I'm only just now realizing you might be one of the biggest mini-mates fans out there. I knew you were a fan, but I knew information has come to light, man. So, yeah, we're definitely got some mini-mates on the line plan. When you find out what we're doing for the new license, it's going to be great.
And while we're on action movie licenses, I know you guys have the Predator set coming out like right now, right?
Yes, the Predator mini-mate box set is going to be hitting within the month. I don't know if it's hitting October. It's not happening on the 17th. Maybe very end of the month. Definitely by November it should be out. We got a package sample there. You can see what it looks like.
Is there a hope for a second set?
We'll see. If it does gangbusters, then we'll definitely see. We're not walking away from Predator at this point. We're going to do more stuff with Predator. We're looking at other categories for Predator that we haven't done before. Possibly gallery. We'll see how that works out. But if the mini-mate set sells well, then great. I don't know. You know, I'm not saying that's a definite at this point. Definitely no at this point. And my boss likes to say, "Never say never." And you know, some people don't like that answer because it doesn't mean anything. But it means that anything is possible. If the ship had sailed and it was not happening, definitely not happening, we would tell you.
Yeah.
But it's certainly possible. Certainly possible. But we're going to do more. I should mention Kingdom Hearts.
Yes.
We've got the Tron figures. So if you like 80s sci-fi, that's sort of a segue from Predator into Tron. Can you do that? I think
you can make that leap.
Yeah, the Tron figures are going to be coming out, I think, end of the year. The Kingdom Hearts Select Series 3. So keep an eye out for those, Tron and Sark, and then the Tron versions of Sora.
Those are fully articulated too, right?
Yes. The prototypes we've been showing around are not. The articulation is sculpted in, but it's not actually working articulation. But honestly, I think we did that just because putting together a fully articulated resin prototype is impossible. Like, we have the Infinity War figures on display, and it takes a long time for us to get those ready to put in the case because, you know, there's so many points of articulation on them, and that's how many parts there are. To get them all to glue together and stand and look cool, they take a little bit of work sometimes. So at this point, we're just like, one piece, we'll tell them what it is, and be able to see what it is. I look forward to being able to get them and pose them around a little bit. There are a couple, I think Sora and Goofy are actually production samples, but Tron and Stark are not quite yet.
And while we're on the subject of awesome sci-fi stuff, you guys have Star Trek sets coming out based on the new Kelvinverse movies, which are 3 movies deep, potentially 4 soon if we're lucky.
Yes. Yeah, no, I hope they do a 4th movie. I've really come to really enjoy the first 3. And yeah, nobody's ever really done good toys with them. I mean, nothing against Playmates, but I think a lot of people were disappointed by the first figures that came out from the first movie. And then the license bounced around a bit to other companies, and nothing really came out. It's very strange. But now we've got it, and the 2 figures that they did, I think they look fantastic. Some people aren't fully on board, but I think they should definitely take another look at them, take some pictures from the shows. They're prototypes, obviously, so they're going to look slightly different production. But I think they nailed the likenesses. I think the likenesses of Pine and Quinto are pretty darn solid. So, and you can see we showed off the accessories a little bit better this time. There are rifles, phasers, a phaser that has a rifle attachment, which I don't even remember from the movies, but it's awesome. And then like laser glass that can attach onto the phaser.
So you have effects.
Yeah, so you got the effects and a bunch of different hands. Salute hand for Spock. The bases are from the bridge. I think I might have said they were the transporter room at one point. I was wrong. They're from the bridge. Mea culpa. But we're definitely gonna. I hope we get to do more because
that was my next question.
Yeah,
is there hope for more?
Dude, I would love to do the whole bridge crew. I'd love to get an Anton Yelchin figure. That'd be fantastic. But we'll have to see. Bones, just get Bones.
Yeah.
Bones
there's not a single bad one amongst the cast.
No, everybody, man.
Scotty is the friend whose name I never remember.
Yeah, I forget his friend's name. But no, any other cast members of that movie, I'd be totally on board.
The other big question that came to light when you guys announced those new Star Trek Selects are we potentially seeing Kelvinverse mini-mates?
Star Trek mini-mates have been a tough road to hoe for a while. Some people say it was the mix that we did before that. It's possible. It's possible that's what contributed to them being, not as successful. But we tried to come back with a classic series, and there wasn't really much of a response to that. And I don't know if it's going to be our first impulse. I think if the figures did really, really super well, and then we'd see that there was actually a market for a Kelvinverse product, then I think we could definitely look at it. But other people have asked about Kelvinverse ships, and that's certainly a possibility too. But we have a couple of the ships to get out first. We're showing off the Enterprise C, which we've only shown once before at San Diego. It's not even ready for pre-order yet, but it will be later on this year or early next. We're aiming for a 2019 release. Everybody will say, oh, but we really are. It's farther along than the Reliant is, and the Reliant we're still working on as well. So hopefully they're both going to be out, or at least offered by 2019.
And then it's not the sort of last but not least, we've got Nightmare Before Christmas is another huge brand for you guys, and you have looks like a couple new products you're showing off.
Yeah, that's another one where we have a lot of different categories. We did a whole bunch of mini-mates early on, so we kind of stepped away from that, but we've got a box set of mini-mates coming out in the next few weeks that comes with the actual fountain for the town square, which is very cool. We're going to do more gallery PVCs, Jack and Undy's Lair stepping over the cowboy robot. It's a very interesting design. Series 6 of the action figures is going to be coming out with more pieces of the toy table. Actually, only one comes with a piece of the toy table. That connects to all the 3 pieces that came out in Series 5 to make a really long toy table. And then you've got the tub for the undersea cow. And then Sally, the smiling Sally we're doing, comes with the entire hanging tree. It's not a buildable. Yeah, it's not a buildable tree. The branches come off, put in the box. The skeletons come off. And it's in there with Sally. It's a really cool piece.
So it's like a really great 2-pack.
Yeah, for $25 you get a tree and you get Sally. You get 5 little tiny skeletons to hang on. I think that's a pretty good deal. The whole series is a pretty good deal. You get 2 fully posable action figures in each set, which is pretty great. So
it's not a bad one amongst the bunch.
No, definitely not. And then we've got our $50. Well, actually, a little more. They're deluxe dolls. We moved on from the $50 dolls. We've added larger accessories. So Jack will come with a podium, and Sally will come with her cooking pot and a basket. And those are in the $70 to $100.
Now, I know I said last but not least already, but I just realized we forgot one of the most important places in DST history, in my opinion at least. You guys have new Ghostbusters coming soon.
Yes, I guess that is pretty much our become one of our biggest collections. We have certainly had it for a really, really long time. We're finally getting to the real Ghostbusters action figures. Series 9, I think, should ship within the month. Those are actually production samples of the case. They look really great. And then Series, that's a Winston, Egon, and Slimer. And then Series 10 is Ray, Peter, and Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. That's a fully articulated Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And those will be coming out, if not by the end of the year, then very early 2019. So I'm excited about them. I grew up watching the show. I say grew up, but I don't know how old I was. And I don't know if I grew up either. So, but yeah, whenever they were on, I was watching it. And,
I'm still watching it. It's on Netflix. So
I got to go back and rewatch it. I think I've even got the DVDs. I got to go back and rewatch the whole thing. But maybe not the whole thing. But I'd love to say that we're going to do more like good villains and stuff like that. But we'll see how the real Ghostbusters figures do, and then we'll see how that goes from there.
Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up with 3 big questions. 2 of them are ones I'm sure you're tired of hearing, so I'm sorry in advance.
That's right.
One.
That means I can answer.
Any updates on Pulp Fiction Series 2?
No updates. Same with Kill Bill Series 1, by the way. We're still waiting on some approvals. Fingers crossed. There's some movement on them, but we'll have to see.
2, with the success of the Mini-Mates line, is there any hope for DC Mini-Mates anytime soon?
I would say so. In terms of the comic-based stuff, articulated comic book figures are pretty much tied up with either the Master Toy licensee or they're at a higher price point, that sort of classes them out of that Master Toy license. So I mean, it's to do an inexpensive articulated DC figure, I think is unlikely. As unlikely as it's ever been. I never say never. If someone will come along and be like, hey, we want to do this, can we team up with you? But I think on our own, we'll see. I mean, we did Watchmen movie, we did What was the other DC?
You did Gotham for a while.
We did Gotham mini-beats. So, I mean, anything's possible, but we'll have to see. Maybe we can find a back for us.
Like something like DC movie-based ones or things like that?
Yeah, maybe if it's like a really classic movie where like there's nothing out there for it, it's possible, but it's not probable.
Okay. And then the last question. I know I asked you what you thought was the coolest thing DSD brought. What's your personal favorite thing DSD has to show this weekend?
My personal favorite thing? A little while back we did a line of mini-mitts based on the Battle Beasts, which is a line license that we took over, and we had a comic book through IDW, and we put out a couple series of it, and I was able to get another Battle Beast made for New York Comic Con. So our exclusive for the show is the Black Bat, Desmodius. I named him from the classifications of the vampire bat, and he's awesome. He's a black bat with gold armor, and he's got a sword, and he's got a glaive, or whatever you want to call one of those throwing stars, because apparently that's not a glaive, I've discovered. I don't know how that happened. But he's really cool, and I have another Battle Beast to add to my collection, so that's probably the coolest thing. I don't know if that's cheating to say that, but I love everything that we make, so it's hard for me to pick one out, but that's one I actually got to hold and play with, so I'm gonna say that.
Cool. All right, well, thanks so much for taking the time. We're with ScienceFiction.com signing off at New York Comic Con. Thanks for watching.